y'all, hey, I am back. Y'all, I apologize for being late, baby. I had to go ahead. Y'all know in the evening time I pick up the kids. That's why we had to push the call in back, along with the fact that I was getting prepared for night court, y'all. Make sure y'all come in to night court tonight when I promise you it is going to be a hoot. It is going to be a hoot. Hopefully I'm feeling better because I'm really starting like not to feel like myself. So, but whatever it is, the show will go on. I promise you that. So make sure you all come into night court tonight. That is at 7 p.m. Central Time. It is the Messy Mothers of Reality TV on trial tonight. And when I tell y'all, I think this might be the funniest one yet. It just might be the funniest one yet. Make sure you be on time because the judge do issue out fines, okay? And y'all know the fines start at $350,000 when you come in and announce that you was late for court. So with that being said, I want to welcome everyone. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, if you have been here before, welcome back. Y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, share your girl with your people. I promised y'all I was gonna be consistent. I am feeling better, so I am trying to come to y'all on a more regular basis. Ain't nothing been popping in these highly weird streets for me to give y'all a messy morning. Okay, so that's why we haven't had those. Tomorrow I am going to do a live on the show Cold and Windy, so you guys can catch up because me and Barb actually do review that in the World of Reads on Wednesdays. And then I'm going to do a BMF on Saturday to catch up on episodes 1 through 3. Okay, so just make sure you guys are tuned in. But I promised you guys I will be more consistent in the 2023. And I am holding to my best of my abilities to do so. Now, with that being said, let me see who I have in the building. K-Rub, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We appreciate you, my love. I appreciate you. Now, we're going to make this quick because y'all know I got to get ready for court tonight, okay? Because Nola Reeds won't be there, but Judge Reeds will, okay? So it takes me a little time to transform into the judge. It's a whole mood swinging judge I have to do, okay? Hey, Tawana, my love, how are you? Hey, Aunt Natty, how are you? Hey, Ray Bay, how are you? Like she said, mind your manners and like the video on your way in, okay? Hey, Naturally More, you ready, girl? I'm ready too, okay? Hey, Nolene, how are you? Hey, Andy, did she get the job? Yes, you on time. I am so glad you on time, and I am so glad to see you back on these YouTube streets. Your presence was definitely missed, okay? It was definitely missed. Yes, Ray Bay, 350K is the starting fine for being late, okay? And you pay those fines in likes and shares and comments, okay? Hey, the Candy Shop, how are you, my love? If y'all not subscribed to my sis, make sure y'all go subscribe to the Candy Shop. One of my moderators, please put her link in the chat. Okay, also make sure y'all are subscribed to the good friend of the channel, okay, my good homie Norris Tony, okay, baby, he give inspirational talks, he drag people, and he teach y'all some good recipes for them smoothies y'all be trying to make, because y'all know right now we still on the new year, new me, and people ain't gave up yet, okay? So if you went to juicing and making smoothies, make sure y'all go subscribe to Norris Tony, okay, as well. And he give a good drag like me too, and he give a good motivational. Also, mods, if you're in the chat, if y'all can drop Norris Tony link in the chat as well. Y'all know we like to support our people around here. Hey, Melissa, how are you? I'm trying to finish my work. I need some laughter today. Don't push it. I'm not pushing it, but when I'm feeling good, baby, we going. And I'm late. So actually, these were supposed to take place Sunday and Monday, the review and the call in. But I wasn't able to do it on Monday. Like, in the words of Mel, God didn't tell me to go, so I did not go. Hey, Lisa girl, yes, we are back. Hey, Cheryl, my favorite cayenne pepper. Hey, DeQuasia G, my love. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my homegirl, DeQuasia, as well. Y'all know I love me some DeQuasia, okay? I love me some DeQuasia. She just actually finished the live, which was amazing. Okay, which was amazing, and I loved it. You know, it's about keeping people real and keeping people honest and being true to who you are. Like, do you want to suppress so people can be seeing you? Do you want to suppress who you are, or do you want to just walk in your truth? So it was really, 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 really good to me. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my girl DeQuasia G as well. Okay, let me go in here. I want to do something really, really quickly. Give me 1 second, you guys. Do what? Turn my music up before you get copyrighted. Please turn it down. I'm sorry, Poo. DeQuasia, I want to welcome you to the Mod Squad. Thank you for being one of my new moderators. Also, now you are able to put links in the chat, DeQuasia. So go ahead on and drop your link for your channel as well in the chat, okay? Hey, Auntie Bernice, how are you? I'm shocked you still got energy from that marathon read earlier. Girl, listen, I'm trying to give it to y'all. Auntie Bernice. Okay, I am trying to give it to y'all. All of me loves all of you. Don't quote me, y'all, because I can't sing. I can't sing at all. No problem, Norris. Tony, you know you my boy. Anytime I see you in here, baby, we're going to shout you out. AC Wilson, how are you? You are here for it. Elf Mac, glad to see you back. You finally caught a live from the start. Well, I am so glad you caught a live from the start, baby. We are here. All right. So now I have to give y'all an announcement. Y'all ready? Okay, after this is the final call in. So when I drop this link, whatever thoughts you have had on this season from beginning to the end, I don't care what it's about. We're not talking about the reunion. This is all things Love and Marriage Huntsville. It can be you can talk about interviews that you've seen on other channels or lives that they've done or things that they've done that didn't sit right with your spirit or set right with your spirit, and you might want to comment on. So here's the thing. Speak now or forever hold your peace, baby. We taking wedding vows today on this subject right here. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I heard that they are wrapping up taping soon. Carlos, I listen. I better not see these people before Palm Sunday. I better not see these people before Ash Wednesday. You hear me? I don't want it. We need a break. I need to go on my sabbatical from these people because I'm sick of them. Right? I'm sick of them. So unless, you know what I'm saying, some woman come out the blue and say she got a videotape, you know what I'm saying? Unless the woman who was in the air and Marcel was liking it, come out, put her face, her name, and a conversation on it, child. I don't want to hear about it. We ain't talking about it. If something really, really big happens, of course, I'll come to y'all with an Ask Huntsville turn. But unless that happens, this is it. This is the finale. I am done. I am sick of them. I am tired of them. And the fact that people want to feel like they famous enough for people to pay them $3,000 for an interview, child, I can't get over that. Ain't nobody about to pay for your visit to the gynecologist, Martel, for them yeast infections. Ain't nobody about to do that. Ain't nobody about to pay you to put foxes on your shoulder no more. Ain't nobody about to pay you to have grand re openings for that wine. You know what I'm saying? That you still ain't figured out how to give a speech for and read cue cards. And for God's sake, please, my God. Please, my God. Please, my God. Please. Please. Stop interviewing Destiny. She as tired as them thought wreaths people was wearing around their heads in the picture. I hated that wreath filter with all the flowers on it. I hated that wreath. I hated that wreath. And I hate Destiny interviews just as much. Then she be wanting to talk or walk around here talking like she tough, but then getting the interview and want to say somebody attacked her. Baby, ain't nobody attacked you. Ain't nobody attacked you, my girl. Ain't nobody attacked you. See, when you do this and you get up here and you lie so much and you talk so much, then you're going to get called on your lies. You're going to get called to the carpet for the interviews. So either write down and remember your lies or stop lying. Stop begging for our sympathy and support when, girl, you give us nothing to support. Madani, closed. real estate, you just started, and with your attitude, child, if I told you I didn't like the front door, you probably get mad at me and say, that's what's up. That's what's up. You don't like the front door? Okay, find you a new realtor. Because you blame everybody else and not yourself. So until you learn how to take accountability, stay from doing interviews, stay from off social media, just stay. You just need to be in a period of stay. You need to stay in your house. You need to stay in meditation. You need to stay in prayer. You need to stay in books. You need to stay looking at your vision board. If you have one. If you don't, stay making one. Give yourself some goals and something to do, and stop playing with us. Okay, I need the question. They say your link not working, my love. Go ahead and drop it again. I need Martel. So he need to be in a constant state of repentance. Repentance for just being tragic. Repentance for being trifling. Repentance for wearing his son's suits. Repentance for wearing Mel Foxes that he kept when he wouldn't let her get her stuff. He need to repent for wearing them penny loafers with no socks. He need to repent for walking around here with gout and want to lay up in somebody's bed with that gout on his feet. Allegedly, I'm saying he got gout, and he putting gold bond starch in his shoes too, because he don't wear socks but not near nothing. I ain't never seen that man with socks on his feet. Lord, when she's supposed to interview with T. And Rebbe, why you thought you was fired? Why would you be fired? No, girl, you ain't fired. When she's supposed to interview with T, child, because good God, I can't. Now, let me tell you, when we come up here, we ain't going to be long-winded. Okay, we ain't going to be long-winded. We're going to go ahead and everybody going to get 3 to 5. Everybody going to be 3 to 5 because we got to go ahead and get ready for the show. Go ahead and give you, she interviews with T tomorrow night. Girl, I guess I got to be over there because I'm a moderator for his channel. So I guess I got to go ahead and be right, child. Ooh. What more lies she gonna tell? What more lies she gonna tell? I don't even know. We're gonna go ahead and be 3 to 5 because y'all know I got to get ready for the night court. Okay, so we got about an hour and 10 minutes that we can roll with it. All right, so I done dropped a link. If y'all haven't been up here before, you're gonna have to show me your face, baby, because ever since somebody tried to come up here with their tallywhacker in the camera, you don't have to be on camera. And when you come in and show your face, if you have never called in before, only I can see your face. But I just need to make sure you're a real person and that you're decent. Hey, Kimmy, how are you? You on mute, love?
Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, so first of all, this show, I don't care about this show. I came up here about your last live that you just did about this show. So I noticed that you was handing out kisses for people that sent blessings, and I didn't get no kiss, and I feel a little, left out.
Don't feel left out, because remember I told y'all I don't always be looking at my phone.
No, I
I
don't.
didn't
I
see
know.
it
I'm
till
just
my live
messing
was
with you.
over.
Thank you.
I gave you extra kisses. Because I
No, I'm
truly
just
appreciate
messing
it.
with
Thank you so
you. Oh,
much.
you're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. But I didn't see it until after, so let me just let everybody know. When cash apps come, I try not to look at my phone because I have so much stuff going on my phone, and so many emails, work emails, and things like that. So I try not to look at it, because if something come through for work, even though I'm off, I'm so prone to want to go in and fix it or respond to it. So I try not to look at it. But thank you. You know I appreciate you.
Oh, of course. I was just messing with you. I just noticed like she was giving out kisses. I was like, wait a minute.
No. I promise you.
But
It was.
I know you appreciate
I know.
everything
I
from
know.
all of us. And we
Wait,
appreciate you.
didn't I just tell you to go rest?
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I was supposed to say. I know I ain't supposed to be here, but don't yell at me. Okay, I'm
Didn't
finna
I
go
just tell
rest.
you to go rest?
I had to eat a little something. Now I'm finna go lay down.
All right.
Okay. Talk
Now
to you
I'm
later.
gonna drop you only because you need the rest, and you determined to be here for night court. When I say it's gonna be a Kiki, Y'all ain't ready for me tonight. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
I'm too excited about it. Hey mother, how are you doing, girl? I ain't been getting no notifications for nobody. I get on YouTube because I'm looking at my phone like it's been dry. Ain't nobody doing nothing. And then next thing I know, I got 53 notifications. Well, what the hell was these notifications when the lives was happening? Okay. Lord, my favorite troll. Let me bring her up. And let me bring up Ain't Natty. I'm gonna bring y'all up together because my favorite troll be having questions and Ain't Natty might have some answers that I can't give. How y'all doing today?
Look, I always
How are
have
you
good
all? Hi,
questions.
Nola, baby.
Hey, my love.
So, do you think since Martel want to charge $3,000 for an interview, you think people could pay in cat? Because I feel like that will be an
First thing I'm
equal
supposed to say, I know
for
I'm
him.
supposed to be.
Paying what?
Cat,
I had to
I
ease up
feel
on
like
people like
he would take that. There's just something about me that feels like that will be an equal, you know, for him. I think it'll work.
Now, I'm gonna drop you only because you need the rest and you determined to be here for night court.
Wait, girl.
Kiki?
Who's that? Who that?
Wait, somebody is
She
echoing.
hilarious.
Somebody is echoing. Cut the live off in your background. I'm too excited about it. Cause I hear it. It's echoing. Somebody got an extra tab, still got the YouTube open. All right, let me see. All right, I don't hear it no more. I don't hear it no more. Girl, first of all, I would hope nobody would want to pay him in cash because that would be prostitution for an interview with Martel. And I'm sorry, there is no way that I would prostitute. There is no way that I would prostitute myself for Martel. He would, girl, I would not slut myself out now for Martel Hope. And the women who do slut themselves out for Martel Hope is, oh my God,
Listen,
tragic.
I wouldn't give him 3K, so I'm just trying to figure out how else he trying to get paid because realistically, I can't figure it out outside of that. Um, but so I have a question, and this is like an actual legitimate question.
Mm-hmm.
With everything that happened this season, this reunion, and where the cast has left off, how do you think we could transition to another season and not have to go back and rehash the same things? How do you how is this even possible?
How the gospel song say? Sing with me, choir. There is no way.
Hey.
There is no way. Listen, it's because the things that was said at this reunion, you can't get past. You can't get over. You know what I'm saying? Like in the words of Michael Jackson, too high to get over, too low to get under. You're stuck in the middle. And that's what they at. They're stuck in the middle. They're stuck in a void. They're stuck in a black hole. Because the fact of the matter is, nobody takes accountability. Everybody on the cast is hypocrites, including the producer. And everybody's messy, everybody's petty, and everybody cries Karen. So unless they all gonna go get some meditation rocks and sit there and talk to somebody and do the deep work within themselves to fix the stuffness in them, ain't no way to fix it. Ain't no way to come back from it. Listen, baby, listen, these people set me up for all the songs. In the words of Deborah Cox, we can't be friends. We can't be friends, and her and Martel ain't gonna never be lovers. Too many lines have been crossed. Too many disrespectful things have been done, and the people who have done the disrespectful stuff can't get over it. And exactly, Miss Major is right. Tisha can't even get past season 1, and we expect her to get past the reunion. She still can't get the forest for the trees. Hey, Mildred Morris from the West Bank. I'm from the ninth floor. I'm from the ninth floor. But hey, Mildred Morris from the West Bank. Appreciate your love for being here. But there is no way. You know what I'm saying? There's no way until people stop throwing rocks and hide their hand and just straight up throw them.
came last night.
Ain't no way to fix it.
I ate and flat.
Girl, I finished that for lunch.
Do
I
you
finished.
think the men on the show can help facilitate the women moving forward?
What?
Well, I mean,
No,
Marcel
absolutely not.
talk circles around Tisha, so I figure maybe
Absolutely.
he could talk
Listen,
some circles
But
to get.
everybody ain't brain like Tisha. That's first of all. Mel have more of a brain than Tisha, which is why Marceau would never want them to be back together because Mel can see through his bullshit. So he would never want them to reconcile. Marceau does not want Tisha around anybody who will open her eyes to the bullshit, the degrading, and the degradement and the treatment that she's getting. So that will never happen. Martel wants everybody to hate Mel. So he ain't trying to do no truces between them. And the fact of the matter is, Maurice ain't got no spine. He a jellyfish. So what can he what truth can he go on ahead and do? Ain't Natty, you go ahead and give me your opinion to that question. Cause child, hell no. Hella freeze over.
Marceau,
Hella
I
freeze over.
agree with you 100%. Baby Shark Teeth don't want Thick Tongue getting no knowledge. That's why he didn't want Mel to take her out to network. You let her get them degrees to shut her mouth and hang on the wall. And they probably IDC degrees anyway. She didn't even know it wasn't a such thing as devil in wolf's
Not
clothing. It's
no
actually
10
sheep in wolf's
degrees. Jesus.
clothing. She should have pressed that a little further. Vanilla ice cream cone is just that, a vanilla ice cream cone. He sit in the corner and melt. He's the most irrelevant on the show. Mel said it right. Martel just want anybody that let him work under him because he's too doggone dumb to get his business license. While he hacking Melody's phone, paying somebody to hack a phone, he need to pay somebody to take that test for him. That's what he need to do. Then he can contribute to the financial stability of his kids, and she won't have to work that hard, and then she won't have to have those babysitters. Martel Melody said it best when she looked him and said, how can you be friends with somebody who laugh at you not having your business license and make a joke of you every chance they get? He can be friends with them because they hate Melody. He have always been jealous of Melody. Back when they first came on and she was getting those awards, he sit there and say, they didn't even mention me. He sit there at the table with his kids and said, they didn't even mention me. Why he was so attracted to Cold Slow, because she was dumb enough to make him feel smart. Those are narcissistic men that want to keep women under their feet. He even told Mel one episode, you need to be more like Thick Tongue. That means you need to let me cheat in peace. They were, like Mel said, never. If you question my kids' paternity and then y'all sit up and uphold her in it, we will never, ever in this life be friends again. As long as your behind pointed to the ground and your feet stand on solid ground, we would never. And for his mustard dusty going around doing them interviews. Now she's saying her mother was on drugs, and she told that.
I
But
thought her
I
mama
remember
had
back when
passed.
her, huh?
How didn't she say her mama passed?
Her mama and brother had passed. That's why she didn't want to change her last name. She was
Did,
sitting with Mel and Martel and LeBarrett. And Martel told her, any man want his wife to take his last name. She said, my mother and brother passed, and I want to keep my last name for their legacy. But in that interview with with another content creator, she said she told the story of her mama being on drugs, and they didn't want to share that because they had caught you in a lie. You
so how
said the barrack served you with papers 3 weeks after the divorce. But in that same interview that you said your mama was on drugs, you said, but y'all reconciled, you moved back into marital home, and then you left. So you let these people drag that man all season for serving you with papers 3 weeks after that boy was born, and then you moved back up in the house, but you didn't tell it? Girl, get up out of here.
I'm
Okay,
still, I'm still
you
stuck on
say
the
you
deceased
had to
mama
rent
being a
cars for
drug
mail,
addict.
but she had to give you $6,000 for bills. Don't you come on here being a meal and exposing your mama for a drug addict when you done already told us when you and the barrack first hit the scene that your mama and brother was deceased. That's why you didn't want to change your last name. Girl, a lie don't care who tell it. And my mama always told me once you tell one lie, you got to tell two because you got to cover up that first one you told. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember because it's the truth every time you tell it. She need to get her line, no storyline, no truth, having self off my TV screen.
I
That's
mean,
what she need to do.
I mean,
Child.
could her mama be on drugs and not with us no more?
She said
Could
her mom is still battling drugs.
Jesus.
Now,
I
The
I'm
deceased can't
sorry, baby.
still be battling drugs except for the formaldehyde that they pump
Hi.
you with
I
Thank
in
you.
the
See,
funeral
she forget
home.
the lies she tell. She said she was in when everybody was questioning her going to court for Martel. She said she was in a custody battle herself. But now she said
Mm-hmm.
that she went right back that Friday and got full custody of law. Now, which lie is it? And that interview she did with Anthony, she was at her best friend's house in Atlanta because that's the same one she did the live out of when she told all them other lies and said that Anthony interrogated her and she had to rent mail a car. Okay, you used your car, but you was on public assistance and mail had to give you $6,000. Make it make sense. That's what you told on mail. And she even said that her and Martel had some words and he blew up. That's why Carlos was crying. She told some stuff he had told her she wasn't supposed to tell.
And she
Girl, get up
exposed
out of
it.
here. Now you trying to make up and that word on the street allegedly Moses can't be on the show because his probation officer won't give him permission to travel an hour out of St. Louis. He got an ankle monotone. Girl, get out. What you gonna do? Show us when you fly to St. Louis to sing?
Oh my
When you should have
God.
been paying your employees instead
Now the
of using their
Sharita
money.
wrong storyline. Lord help
well,
us.
well,
Girl,
no, I think so. Moses was on her Instagram, but no, they was because they was at Black because it was all of them. It
oh,
was
okay.
it was it was all of them. But you
Oh,
know
I'm
what?
thinking,
That was during the holiday time, so he probably got a
yeah.
holiday pass.
and
I
he
was
got a
just gonna
My
say
holiday
brother
that.
used
pay.
I
to
was
get them.
thinking
Look, let me
that.
take a wait. Let me take a pause for the cause. I'm
Lord,
not gonna say your real name, but thank you for the cash app. I appreciate it. Let me make sure I give you kisses because I don't want nobody to say I missed out on their kisses. But oh, y'all.
Child.
Yeah,
Also,
he got
allegedly,
holiday.
Moses ain't caught in the
That's when
Red
he
Sea
won that
the rest of your
reunion.
life because allegedly he is on probation and could not travel at the time of filming. Allegedly.
At the reunion either.
Child.
That's why she had a pillar there. Since she's so in love. But as Baby Shark Team told her, that's what the people say. Now who the people? Is it Moses people? Girl, bye, get out of here. You do good
Child.
in long distance relationship because they don't have to be up under your musty, dusty tail for long.
Aunt Natty, I think the long distance relationships is the problem. She hasn't survived any of them.
I think
But
they survive until they get close to her, until they have to be in the
exactly,
same place
Nola.
at the same time. Hey, Simply Beautiful, go ahead and give me what's your comments, girl? What you got to say, my love?
I was gonna comment on that. Can the men facilitate them coming back together? And my answer is hell no, because they're the root to the problem. Tisha's upset at Mel for what Martel said. Mel is upset at Tisha for what Marceau did, helping Martel cheat. It's just they're the root. Mel represents everything that Marceau and Uncle Fester see in. I'm
Did
sorry,
you just call
but you're
that
not
man
gonna
Uncle
sit there and tell
Fester?
me.
Did you just call that man Uncle
You're
Fester?
not gonna sit up there and tell me that Kimmy didn't look like Morticia and Maurice didn't look like Uncle Fester on that damn reunion stage. You are not gonna tell me.
But
You
male
right,
represents
simply.
everything they hate in a woman. And they do not want their women being influenced by a Melody Cherie.
And one more thing, Nola. I wouldn't give Martel 3 pennies for an interview. Not
Give
3
me the
pennies.
loafers. It's to save the loafers fund. It's to save the loafer fund.
Well, 3 pennies. That's what he would get. To get up there and lie and get up there and tell the same lie he tell. We done already heard it on your Instagram. Already. And if she couldn't talk about her relationship on the show, but she can talk about it in an interview. If you got a gag order, baby, that's a gag order. Don't play in my, I'm like Melody, don't play in my face because I don't talk to you, okay? Get your lies together.
Did you see
Just
the way
while
her
you-
head jerked back?
Baby, Anthony ate her up with them clips. That's what she didn't like. He proved her lies. She going around to people that wonder. And can I tell you this? You know Wanda niece done called Aunt Ann.
Oh, which one? Casper?
Yeah, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
What? Wait. Whoa. Who the hell is
Yeah.
Casper the Friendly Ghost?
You know that niece she had looked like
The
she
one that
walked
had
up
the
out the
white
cemetery.
wig on, talking
Yeah,
about-
Kiki number 2.
Yeah.
Kiki number 2.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna do Kiki no God.
Listen.
That girl look
Well,
like
she said that's her name,
That's her
Kiki.
name, Kiki.
Her name is Kiki, but she
Oh,
Kiki number 2.
I was about to say, don't. Hey, Pretty Brown Eyes, I am so glad you was able to catch a live. I was about to say, don't y'all play with Kiki. Don't y'all do my girl Kiki like that. No God, it will be no Kiki slander up on this channel. And that
No,
girl
that's
is
her name, Nola.
in the crib.
That's her name.
Oh,
When
okay.
she first came up, she said, I'm Kiki, but I'm Kiki number 2. She the
Good.
second
No,
Kiki.
and I
in the
was
family.
when she came up, Nola, I was like, no, you're casket sharp. I'm sorry.
No, but she called Aunt Ann and tried to check her for saying Wanda was a side baby. But she verified that Wanda was a side baby. And she said all 9 of their kids. And Ann say, I didn't know they had 9. I thought it was just 2 of them. Didn't nobody tell you that but Kiki. She said, Kiki didn't tell me nothing. Somebody that she in the family she beefing with because she owed them money. She called herself checking Aunt Ann and was spilling information.
Child.
Wait.
And Ann did a live right before you came on. Yes, ma'am.
Wait. So the niece is saying that Wanda and her siblings are side babies?
Wanda is a side baby. And I know the brother is a side baby. That's why she told Melody to go and stay. That's why she telling Thick Tom to stay with Baby Shark Teeth, even though he cheating. And they tried. First they said my nephew and nieces was making the threat and call calls, right? Now they saying it's Kiki. Because the information that Aunt Ann put on her video after she interviewed
They
Kiki.
think it's Kiki who was on the show, Kiki, and it's Kiki number 2.
No. Well,
Kiki
yeah,
on the
Kiki,
show.
they think it's Kiki. Because she asked her, didn't nobody tell you that but Kiki? But Aunt Ann been saying for months, all her family members, she beefing with a lot of them, been sending her emails. But she was just going to sit on it. She wasn't going to say nothing. And then after she came out and they blamed the content creators for threatening her, and Ann exposed that she was a side baby yesterday. So Kiki number 2 called herself, you talking about my grandmama, she died with cancer. She said, I didn't know your grandmother died with cancer. I didn't mention it. I just told the truth. And then she's like, you didn't have to tell that my auntie was a side baby. But she checking. But while she checking, she's spilling more information. And she said, she told her, you dumb as your auntie Kung Fu Panda. You giving me information while you supposed to be, y'all all dumb. And Ann say she cursed her out. She cursed that Ann out, and Ann say, told her, y'all all dumb as a box of rocks, but thanks for some more information, and hung up her phone. They trying see Wanda has been fired. Denise kind of confirmed that too. She's stirring up all this drama to have a storyline to try to get back on that show.
Let me say this though.
I
And
mean,
I'm being 100% honest. As much as I hate the antics on the show, as much as I think that it has gone to some tragic levels of what the fuck, that don't that that don't do nothing for me to hear the niece number two, Kiki number two, is calling up content creators, dragging their stuff. Like, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I don't come from a family where we beef like that, like where we do stuff like that. I literally talk to my auntie, if not every morning, every other morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, we laughing, we talking, we joking. Like, I send memes, me and my sister in a group message, you know, with my aunt on my other side of the family. And like, she literally will send stuff to me. And one time she sent me something. I said, "Ooh, girl, wrong chat. I can't answer that up in here." But then my auntie come back with a reply like, "Ooh, girl, this is what y'all been sending each other since." You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it.
Me either.
I don't get
But
it. I
did
don't
you hear
understand it.
she
I'm
did a
not trying to understand it. I'm not trying to understand that toxic mess. You know what I'm saying?
she
Like,
done did an
you turn
audio
the
and
TV
talked
out.
about Kiki worse than she did on Scotty Channel.
Let me tell you something. Oh, oh, I've heard personally with my own ears the things that she have said that I would never repeat because I am a
Franklin.
woman of character. I am a
So
woman of
that just
substance,
shows she's
and
not
I
just
don't go
evil.
in the gutter and roll around and play with the pigs. That's just fact.
She, that
But
shows that's just not her character on the show. That's her
it,
character.
it's for me, it is tragic the fact that this lady can say that she is the matriarch of her family and spew such hate. And then not only that, the hate is dripping and oozing from your family members wanting to call and talk about you. And
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's getting ridiculous. And at
it
this
is.
point, I wouldn't be surprised if they put it up there for the girl to call to go ahead and say, you know what I'm saying, that Kiki number one is doing it, or to get a storyline or to have something going on. But for me, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, times are about to get hard. People choosing between if they want to have a gallon of gas and some eggs at this point. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we doing at a time when your family should be getting together, because we don't know where this world is
Another
going to
thing.
take us. They still
Catherine
have to
called her. She
vote.
called and she said
They
whenever he
still
gets
have
some
to
more,
vote
she
in
gonna smoke.
Congress to raise the debt ceiling, or else
Another
America
queen.
defaults on several fucking loans that we owe to other countries. Yet we're supposed to be the richest country in the land. So if that happens, then what? Everybody shit on their luck, and that's gonna be the time that you're supposed to be with your family. But who the hell would want to be with a family like that? I wouldn't. I don't understand that. And to me, that level of this, like, we can talk about the show and the dysfunction all day, but that level of stupidity, that level of hatred, that level of fuckery within a family is absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I'm not entertained by it. That's fucking tragic.
You right.
I don't care what me and my auntie got going on. Now, if they disrespect me to a certain point, then you know what? They cheering gonna have to see me. I'm gonna have to tell them, man, get your mom. But you'll never see me up here doing it. Never. I don't never have to get no more subscribers than what I got right now. But what I'm not gonna do is get on the internet and drag my family. I would love to be in the Tyler Perry show, but provide my own wigs because I don't want no bad. I would love to be able to do that, but let me tell you what I'm not gonna do: sell my family up a river for that, and I'm not gonna sell my soul and my integrity for that. Like, at
I
what point do
agree.
you begin to stand for something? How long are you gonna be bought? Because at the end of the day, I know people say all press is good press, but I'd be damned if I want motherfuckers dragging me for filth. Which, I mean, I open myself up to that doing it, because some people might get on here and say I'm not cute. I literally had a person in my said they were out I watched the whole 3 hours, and I can't stand your accent. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my
Why
God.
you watch?
I was like, but why you watch the whole 3 hours? But thank you for the view.
Did you subscribe and hit like while you was up in there?
Side note, America's not defaulting. They pull this all the time, creating unnecessary anxiety for citizens. Don't get me started on American government. It disgusts me, girl. We can have a whole live about that. But my point is, that is what they do. But at the end of the day, child, whether they're doing it for panic or whatever, you still got to have your stuff together. You still got to have your stuff together, and you got to live beyond this show. And what's the legacy that y'all leaving for the kids, the grandkids, the nieces, the baby cousins, and everything else?
Ain't no way my family act like that.
But you know who I blame? I blame Carlos. Because Carlos, you said...
He put the battery in her back.
Carlos.
So she was TV go.
You set your raggedy ass up here and made Wanda believe she was the best reality mama that was going. Not when you got the likes of the mama of Tiffany New York Parlor. Okay. Now when you got Mama Charlene running over motorbikes. Now when you got Mama D building bird nests and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now when you got Mama Jones, shout out to Mama Jones.
I'm a psychotic.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm a psychotic.
I still remember when Chrissy was like, "That spells physiotic."
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that. You can't do that. And Carlos, you a raggedy piece of work. May your mama rest in peace, but she should have whipped your ass on before she left. Should have whipped your ass from here before she left. Because you the messiest one out of all on this cast. Then we supposed to feel some type of way because you said I had to go to Huntsville. You probably went to Huntsville and said what you needed to say to everybody, and then turned around and had this meet with this person and this meet with that person.
Yep.
Because that's the kind of snakes you do.
Yep. I love the way you read him.
You do. Like you set up on that fucking stage and want to act like you ain't know nothing about Marceau cheating when you know you and Mel had the conversation and y'all just ain't want to open up the pockets and let the money fall. Y'all didn't want to make it rain on the lady so she didn't come on the show. Tell the truth. You set up there, you let them drag Kiki, you let them lie on Kiki, you let them sit up here and run the narrative that Kiki and Mel ain't never been around each other and they ain't friends like that, and Mel don't want to do nothing, and Mel don't high five. Who needs to study? You still need to study. I don't care about one passing grade. I need all passing.
I sent you all my passing grades.
You have all your passing grades, and that's why, because you studied. Thank you. Bye. Anyway, next.
Leave my niece alone.
Next. Anyway, like I was saying, you set up there, you let all of that be said about this woman, and then you wait till your little dusty after show that you do on YouTube because they done kicked you off for on because the nightcap ain't turned into a watch what's happened live for you. It did not work out. You fake Andy Cohen wannabe. Don't try to be like him, be better than him. But then you're going to sit up here and say, oh, Kiki is always around. Kiki has always been around. She just wasn't seen on camera. And it was something about her that I said I wanted to get on camera. So you wanted her on camera and you bought her on camera via mail. But you sat up there and let that girl take the fall as if she went to Kiki and then came to you to put her on the thing to be messy about her cousin. You wanted her there for that mess. You wanted her there.
I mean, if you go back to season 1,
you could have called Kimmy out on her lie on that damn stage while you was pressing people, and you could have said, Kimmy, why did you make the statement that you were surprised that Kiki was here?
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, Kiki has always been at male events.
Well,
but she was never seen on camera.
No. So, correction. She was seen on camera. She just never had a speaking part. In season 1 and season 2, we didn't know who she was. But if you go back and you watch, remember, I know you gonna remember this. Remember Tisha had her little speaking event season 1, and she was like, she got her journal and everything else. If you go look in the crowd and people were sitting there, Kiki was there. If you go back to season 1, Melody was having a thing at her house. Kiki was there. We just didn't know who Kiki was, and she didn't have a speaking part. But Kiki has been on the show since season 1. She just ain't never had a mic. So that's why when people was like, "Oh, Kiki just started coming around," I was like, "But Kiki been
No.
there. She just didn't have." So maybe this is her first, like, you know, speaking role. And I wonder if it was the I've been coming around. Production knows who I am. I've been at all these events, right? And then Tisha was like, "Oh well, if you check Kimmy, we can get you mic'd up." Because everybody was like, "Oh well, we never heard of Kiki before she came after Kimmy for not defending Tisha." And I'm like, she just
She
never was mic'd up before, but she was there.
she was
So it
she
was
was
just
mic'd up
odd.
at the Brown Girls event. Remember the event that she held for the little girls with they had crayons that looked like them, the Brown Girls event?
The
Remember
one
Kiki
that
hosted that
almost
with
got
Tisha.
the one that almost got canceled because she didn't
Yep,
want to call Mel and
yep,
invite her kids, and Mel had to
yeah,
put on her producer hat and get her together. But
yeah,
you know,
that
the
that
snots
event.
always gonna run their narrative to make the other person look bad to keep their stuff undercover. The snots do
But then the
that
thing
quick and
about it
fast.
is, Carlos came out and admitted that, and then people want to act like it's a lie. But Kiki came with receipt one. Receipt one. I was invited to this by mail, but I tried not to go to keep it cool for me and my cousin.
Yeah.
Receipt number two from 2017. Receipt number three from 2016. Receipt number this from 2017. Receipt number like how many more fucking receipts y'all want this lady to show?
No, look, I
But
asked
you
you a
want to talk
question.
about we keeping it open and honest and transparent on the show. You are open, honest. If this is what open, honest, and transparent look like, baby, that shit more cloudy than fog at 4 o'clock in the morning when the weather is confused between hot and cold.
Well, no, I have a question then, right? So if Kiki has been invited and coming to events since season one, right? Then
Mhm.
why would why would Kiki say, "I didn't want to come to these events to keep everything cool with Tisha"? When
Because
season one, they were supposed to be
because
cool.
it was other things, like
Yeah.
other personal things, some things that she did not go to when Tisha and Mel had started beefing. But it wasn't until she realized what was said about her that she said, "What am I gonna not go for when I ain't got no problem with this girl and you done already dragged me to this girl?"
But that's my point. I don't understand if the statement was, right, "Oh, she just came around to do Melody's bidding," because that's what Wanda said, like, "Oh, you just came around to do this," right? If that was a thing, then why would in the beginning of the first season when she was around, she just didn't have a mic,
Because they
right?
wasn't beefing at that time. When the beef got thick, she was trying to be loyal to her cousin. But let me tell you something. At the end of the day, I don't have to be loyal. I don't have to be loyal to you when you was disloyal to me.
Thank
And
you.
when I find out that you was disloyal to me, it's every bit of fuck you and how you feel.
But people forget that part, or people minimize that part. I've seen
You
people
don't
that
get
come
to
and
betray
say,
me. You don't get to betray me at my lowest moment and think I'm supposed to stay 110 toes down for you. You don't do
"No,
that.
ma'am."
She betrayed that girl by going and talk to her body built and ass husband. She should have been talking to the pillow instead of to her husband and his girdle. That's what she should have been doing.
She should have been taking them to get some teeth to the dentist. That's what she should have been doing. But people look over that part. And the reason Kimmy and Kitten Hill say that, Tracy, is because the snots always run the narrative to make everybody else look bad to keep their mess undercover.
And let me tell you
Yep.
something. And let me tell you something. Here's another thing, right? I think she's part of those people who pacified Kiki. I think Kiki is one of those people who pacified Tisha.
Mhm.
If y'all don't see that Tisha is being pacified, then you blind as hell. Cause
Everybody caters to her.
Tell me why. And I get it. People feel like Kiki was the cousin. She stepped out of line, and she should have never said nothing. I get it. I get it. Right? I get it. But then, excuse that. The whole Scott family was mad with Kimmy. And this came from an interview Kimmy did. Because she said if she wasn't married to Maurice, her and Tisha wouldn't be friends. Right? But why
Right.
should she be friends with a person who sat and when they played unaired footage of
Exactly.
being taped, she sat there with Kiowa and allowed Kimmy to be labeled a side chick. So why did Kimmy owe her loyalty? Why did Kimmy need to lie for her? Why does everybody pacify her with that goddamn whining like she's 2 years old? Give that bitch a bottle and some Similac. Make her be a woman. Why does Kimmy have to be rejected so now she got to come back this season and kiss ass and stand behind shit that you see in her face she don't want to stand behind so she won't be in trouble with her in-laws and her husband? Man, fuck them people. Why do everybody keep fucking pacifying her? She's not a baby. She's a grown-ass woman who spew ridiculous shit out her mouth. But yet, when somebody responds to the foolery, the fakery, and the fuckery, then she go run and cry like a fucking Karen and then sick her mama on them. That's pathetic. See, if you're going to be a woman that own what come out of your mouth, own it all the time. Don't own it when you say it, and then when somebody come back at you, you want to sick your mama on them. That ain't how that works. And that's why I personally don't like her. It ain't because she don't like Mel. It's that you don't stand on what you say. And then you get to talking all of this big girl talk. But when it's time for you to walk that walk and lace up your boots, put on your steel toes, put on your Nikes and check a bitch, you send your mama. Why?
Exactly.
But that's supposed to be okay. It's pathetic. Just like, listen, I like Mel. I understand what she went through, and I completely understand why she being petty. She be petty as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't take that from her. She be petty as fuck and then sit up there and look pretty like, oh, really? Did I? Bitch, you know you did. But I want her to stand on it too. Stop putting the Lord in this. Because while you talking about, I'm waiting on God to say go. God's sitting up there like, girl, you going to be waiting because I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Keep my name out of it. He's sitting up there looking like Nene Leakes in a ramen noodle wig. Like, how did I get into it? Say what you gotta say and stand on it. I mean, you stood on some of it, but you sat up there at that reunion too, while they was talking about Kiki came on the show because you brought on the show to be your puppet. Why you didn't call Carlos King out on Carlos? You know you wanted her on the show. You know her and Tisha wasn't cool like that at the time, so you used me to be the catalyst to bring her on the show because you wanted this mess on the show.
Because he said it. He said that reminded him.
Stand on it. And that's my problem with everybody on this show. Y'all don't stand on it. And then y'all want to sit up here looking at us like we're wrong.
You're right about that, Nola, because Carlos would have got cussed out at that goddamn reunion. You ain't going to keep playing in my goddamn face reunion after reunion. I would have kept throwing his ass under the bus. Sitting there crying
Carlos
for some
said he saw the friction.
Shut the hell up.
Said he saw the friction between Kiki and Thick Tongue, and it reminded him of a Teresa Giudice and what's
the and that's the dynamic he wanted to bring.
He said it on his podcast.
And that's another reason why people were dragging Mel. That's a reason why people were dragging Mel, because they felt like she bought that girl on the show just to get at her cousin. Now, did it benefit her, Kiki, being on the show? Hell yeah. But Carlos said it out of his own mouth. He wanted it to be like a Teresa and
Melissa.
Don't matter. Melissa.
Yeah.
He wanted that kind of family dynamic. And not only did he say that, he said it's a whole bunch of characters in their family you could have put from anybody.
He sure did.
But stand on it, man. You're not about to sit up here and make me be. If you want me to be the villain, I'm going to be the villain, and I'm going to play the villain, and I'm going to let everybody know your role into it too. Because you get with Mel and you make Mel get comfortable to be ready to come back and tape again. And I promise you, Mel, it's not going to be like that this season, and yada, 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 and whispering sweet nothings just like that she used to be married to do. That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing her the same thing that she used to be married to was doing. But then you come back and you make backdoor arrangements with the Scots.
So,
Yes,
You
sir.
get what you want. But then everybody don't realize he playing all y'all against each other too. But the truth of the matter is, when Mel get ready to go, when this episode, when it hits syndication, Mel gonna probably be gone. And the Scots, y'all want to be the it couple, but y'all ain't smart enough to realize, man, y'all better listen. Even if I hated Mel, I'd do whatever I could to keep that bitch on the show. You know why? Because I don't want my real shit talked about. And when she go, we the next couple in line because Kimmy and Maurice don't bring nothing.
Not a damn thing.
They
wait,
don't
No.
bring nothing.
wait, Nola, now that you say, like, so when you say it, and I think about it from that aspect and logic, then that would probably make sense why, like, season one, we all loved Kimmy because we felt like she said what it was. She was, and it made sense. She was real logical. And then over the last couple seasons, it's like she's becoming more and more meek or trying to like kind of maneuver around, like she doesn't want her things out. But then if I go by that logic and say, hey, you started this, and then Tisha went and sat down with Kiowa, they called you the side chick, Maurice dropped the picture, Maurice dropped the picture showing that they was all in Atlanta together. Like, it's like they are making sure to kind of beat Kimmy into submission to try and make
Yep.
sure like you don't say nothing because I'm just gonna keep on going. You see what I mean? So it was like, so I guess that kind of makes sense why season one Kimmy was more, and some of season two she was more like, hey, because she was the one who said like everybody pacifies Tisha. She was the one who said like, oh, she's like a child. Oh, no, we wouldn't be friends if we weren't married to brothers. You know, she would call Wanda out on her mess, like, and that kind of has now gone away. But then that makes sense if you say
She
that.
gotta fit in with that family.
Yep.
So
That's all that is.
I,
And Carlos, a thick tongue ain't got sense enough. No, he making a fool out of her. He sit there and told her, I believe Baby Shark Teeth cheating. He told her that. He told her, how did you get him to let you be the man? He said that. He said, now that you're finally coming into your own, like it took you long enough. He was talking about her, and she's sitting there smiling like he her best friend.
When he said, "How did you
Mr.
put the
Lowe
pen
is
down
nobody
and
friend.
become a boss?" I was like, "Oh God."
He said, how did you and then she talking about nobody knows what a wife can do. Girl, he was making fun of you. And
You
you
know, you
too
just
doggone
want to yell at
slow
her,
to realize.
sweetheart. You're the boss in name only. That's it.
So he
I know
let her
she the
put her
boss for that
name on
lawsuit.
there.
Oh no, no, she the
There's
boss for
two
that lawsuit.
minority clauses he got. He got black and female to get business. And he needed her money, her name. And Maurice sit there and busted them out. She didn't sell no apartment building. He got Kimmy's money and gave them the money for sure. He said, I put the money in that. Did you remember he
Hmm.
said that?
He said, "I gave them the capital." He was talking to Martel. He said,
He sure
"Marcel
did.
probably never told you that, but I'm the one that gave him the capital." And I said, "Gave them the capital from where? Kimmy's pocketbook? Because what
From
were you
Kimmy's
doing?"
money. So that
Oh,
debunked
I
that
missed
she
that part.
upsold them apartment buildings.
They were
They said
slumlords. They
they
were
know Mel
slumlords.
is
Them
finna
buildings that
leave.
Tisha owned was run down. They were slumlords.
Yeah, because she got sued about that. But they know Mel is on her way out and they turning on each other. Do you hear me?
Oh, it's gonna come.
Just like when he said he never owned an apartment with Martel. Vanilla Ice Cream gonna say, yes, you did on Stag Road.
That's
Yes, you
those.
did.
Those were those two
When
houses
Baby
they
Shark
built on
Teeth
the
say,
show.
I wasn't there that often, Kimmy say, but you was there. They turning on each other.
But here's
Well,
the thing
Kimmy was
about it,
about
Watch.
to
right?
tell on herself on that.
200. Wait, hold up. 200 people in the chat. I need y'all to make sure y'all liking this video. You know what I'm saying? And subscribing, okay? If you can. But let me just say this. It was a house. That run was a house. It wasn't an apartment. And Kimmy said, we all own that. So who really owned that or who didn't own that? Child, I don't know. If y'all want to know,
She
y'all can look
covering
it
up
up
because
in
You want to know who owned
public
it?
record.
The 4 names that was on the loan, which was Martel and Melody, Kimmy and Letitia. Remember, that's the loan that Maurice and Marceau's name didn't go on. Remember, they had that group meeting. That's the loan, the Stag Run property.
I thought that was for the land.
No, the 47 acres was Martel and Melody. The Scotts never had the money to get in on that deal. So when they
that's
said the
right.
Holt stole it from underneath them, how can the Holt steal something that wasn't affordable to you? You didn't have the
They,
money.
but they say that because they found the land, but
You
they
can
didn't have the
look.
money to buy it.
Nobody told them to go window shopping.
No.
Nobody told them to go window shopping for some land. You can't steal what you can't afford.
Well, people steal what they can't afford all the time.
Well, you
That's
can't
normally how things
Wait,
legally
wait,
work.
wait, wait,
steal
wait, wait,
what
wait. We
you
got
can't
some.
afford.
Wait. We got somebody new up here. Pretty brown eyes. How are you doing, love? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
She probably muted.
I don't see her on mute.
It's probably her connection. I know she sometimes have bad connection problems.
All right. Well, let me bring up LL Shady Gal. Hey, LL Shady Gal.
Hey.
I'm gonna give you a minute and let you go ahead and talk, cause you know we all been up here running our mouth for a long time.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. Y'all was having a
I'm
great
gonna drop down
conversation.
Nola back in the chat and get
All
ready
right.
for
Thank you
night
for
court.
coming.
Love you, babe.
Thank you for coming, A Natty.
Y'all was having a good conversation, but I just need them to actually have storylines next season because it's getting boring and it's getting ugly. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like on the same tip, like I know we're not talking about the reunion, but it really made me mad that they tried to really put all this on Mel. Mel is crux and Mel has fall back, but baby, Mel didn't start all this. I'm like, Tisha, you was talking about the girl in season 1, and then you and Destiny was talking about her at the last reunion, and she got her get back. Now, personally, what I brought her cousin on, it depends. Angelic side of me, maybe not. Doing to others as you have them doing to you. But Petty Lauren, Petty Shady Gal, baby, I would have brought out every freaking receipt. Cause when I see how you move and how much a snake you are, that you stick your own mama on me, it's over with. It's done. It's done. So burn bridges, salted earth, ain't nothing left. I don't know. I don't know. Like the show feels it feels boring, but also it just feels nasty. I'm like, we got enough nastiness with like the other shows out here now. Like Potomac is nothing but nastiness. They need to get rid of Triple Neck and her sidekick Robert. Like I need some type of positivity. Her lesbian lover allegedly in the streets with the strap, the other strap, not the gun.
Ooh, okay,
Oh,
listen.
child.
Let me bring up Scorpio. If anybody coming up, y'all only got a few more minutes because we got to get ready for the night court.
Hey. Good
Hey,
evening,
love, how
everyone.
are you? Thank you for coming up. This your first time calling in.
Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. I had to drop down from night court last week when they said that there was going to be an agreement with Funky Dundiva. But I love you. I wanted to say that credit none, them potato possums that's giving everybody rabies. That's why Wanda's sitting up there going crazy. Don't know if somebody called her or not. I just think this is a whole mess.
Did you say
Um,
potato possum?
the possum potatoes, yes, ma'am, the possum
I
potatoes.
can't. Girl, you know
She,
she ain't passed nobody's health inspection.
I know that's why she's
She
sitting up
had
there.
now dysentery and diarrhea, and people still paying for it.
Exactly. She going on the side of the road, crossing the tracks to get them possums and putting them in the potatoes. That's why they look
Oh
a
my
mess like that.
Oh, I
Them,
lay me down
them,
to sleep.
them possums is
Pray
fighting in their
to Lord, my
potatoes.
soul to
Look,
keep.
the possum is fighting to get out the potatoes. That's why they look so raggedy. They all over the place with all kind of vegetables and stuff. He don't want them vegetables. He just want to lay in peace. Just go on since I'm roadkill. Just leave me alone, Wanda.
Like I believe in supporting black business, but not in my health deficit. Like, girl, I ain't trying
Right.
to go up to the Lord. I ain't trying to wake up with Sky Daddy,
Look,
girl.
look. That's why she got. I telling you, she getting rabies from giving people them possum potatoes. That's why she don't know that rabies make your mind go crazy. I think all of them been eating on them possum potatoes. I'm telling you. But I just want to discuss credit none and their fraudulent activities and just what's not going on the show. I blame Carlos, like I said before. He put the battery in everybody back to just keep going and going and going like they energizer bunnies, just to keep attacking Mel. I really want somebody to mollywop Tisha just one time. I think if she just gets smacked in the mouth one good time, I think she'd be okay. I don't wake up and choose violence, but with her, I would have to.
Baby, I think she been smacked in the mouth a few too many times. That's why she act the way she do. She a little turched.
Nah, that would have been. She would have had to get hit in the head. Ain't nobody hit her in the mouth to make her shut up. Her or Wanda, they say they fight, but I don't think they done got mollywhopped by the right person. The mud ducks ain't got touched by the right person yet. That's I'm a millimeter, whatever she call herself. I'm not a stan. I just do I see where Melody is coming from in regards to how she's responding to everyone. I couldn't deal with none of them. Stormy, Dusty. I wouldn't deal with none of them. I wouldn't want to film with none of them. I would bring LeBaric on since they want to bring coleslaw. Go ahead and bring LeBaric on. Look, everybody want to bring everybody on to be talking about everybody else's story. Let's talk about everybody else's story.
Girl, you still got somebody on the cast who still ain't opened up their life. Like Carlos just went off about that, but she steady giving interviews all over YouTube with an attitude. So it's just like stuff's not working, Carlos.
It's giving stale.
That's why I say
It's
bring
giving
LeBaric on.
trash.
LeBaric was at Melody's thing for Thanksgiving. So since he wants to be, behind the scenes, in the scene, go ahead on and bring him on.
Baby, and
That's it.
Melody has eaten at his restaurant a few times. Like I've seen her on her lives going to pick up food from him. So like, what is it really? What
I
is it
think she
really?
found out the real truth because Melody says she loves his mother. So I don't think I think his mother saw through Dusty and she wiped the windows clean and got all the dust off and the cobwebs out the house. And she finally saw who Dusty was. And that's why they don't want to deal with her. I really think it was just her attitude, her disposition in general. She was just a stank a attitude in general. And nobody wants to put up with that. I don't care if my child is married to somebody like that. If I don't want to deal with you, I don't have to deal with you. But Destiny was sitting up there saying this, it was the mama. She didn't get along with the mother. You didn't get along with none of his family.
That's red flags right there.
Yeah.
Why
That
would you marry into a
Not all the
family
time,
that you
because
don't like
sometimes
them?
the family be trifling as hell.
Yeah, but I mean, they say he's a good guy. I mean, Melody, I don't see her hanging with somebody that's trifling. I think
Well,
Melody's
no, I can't
really
say that now.
well. True,
We
true,
can't
Mother
true.
say that
She
definitely is
now.
married
true.
somebody that's trifling.
That's
The
true. But I
trifling.
digress. Let me backpedal on that one. I
She
digress on
married,
that one. I just really think that
she married somebody that's trifling, so I could see her slumming it.
yeah,
Listen, let's call a thing a thing.
she did marry a slumlord and
Well,
a slum dog. He is
I
a
mean, when
slum
you get
dog.
your back cracked, you tend to overlook things. So unless,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Girl,
but
she was
sometimes
getting her back crack at 22. She didn't even know what her back crack was. Baby, 22 peen and 30 something peen and 40 something peen ain't the same. That's
true.
like you starting off with a Uzi and then you upgrade to a 22 and then you get a rifle with the scope. There's a difference.
A night scout because they was out there at night. But
Baby, the
think
orgies ain't the same.
I
We're
really
not in the
do
same
think
club.
Kimmy was a side chick. I really do. I just for you to sit up there and say you was upstairs
while the parties was going on downstairs. I think you was, like they said, she was a pass around. Mark was supposed to have her first. I really thought Kimmy was so innocent, but now I'm seeing her as a bone carrier.
That's
She's
who was
sitting up
getting their back crack. Kimmy.
Kimmy
Okay,
here.
so I have a question. Was Kimmy a side chick, or was Kimmy a part of the harem?
I don't know if she was a side chick, but what I do think happened is she was talking to him while he was separated. And for some reason, she just don't want to flat out say that. She could just say that because Maurice has all but said that, yeah, Kai would cheat on me. I left her in Detroit. I came down here, was being young, free willing with my
Mm-hmm.
queen in the streets.
Mm-hmm. But
And
didn't he
I
say
found
him and
Kimmy.
Kyle was working? They was working on getting back together, but Kimmy interfered.
Oh no, Kiowa said that. He didn't
That's
say
what I
Kiowa
that.
mean.
said that.
Kyle. That's what I mean.
Kiowa
Iowa
said that.
said that. And that was brought up last season. He was like, I was done. When somebody used my toothbrush, I don't never want that toothbrush again.
Mm.
He said like that. Like you compared your ex to a toothbrush. So you clearly had no respect for her. So I'm like, okay, just own that you was talking to a separated man. It happens.
Right.
We in our
Right.
40s. People get divorces.
Well,
Them college relationships
Mhm.
don't work out long term.
But he said he had orgies, and I think them orgies was at Credit None, where what no business going on but sex, because ain't nobody got their credit cleared in all of these years he been working there, or owning it, whatever, whatnot. I just
I thought that was why they had the house. The house looked like that would have been the perfect institution for all that.
the one on Stag Run.
Allegedly.
Mm.
The
All
one
right,
that
Well,
so I'm gonna
probably
get.
co-signed
I'm gonna
underneath,
give.
allegedly.
Oh, shall
all
we
right,
know?
everybody have a good
Listen,
evening. Have a good evening. Thank you for letting me join the cast.
I don't even know what Love Is Bling. What is Love Is Bling?
Love
I
is
don't.
blind.
Is that Love Is Blind? Oh wait, somebody wait. Y'all dropping off. I was gonna give everybody a chance to say their last comments. Oh, Love Is Blind. Okay, what season is he on? I haven't watched the new season. Reese was probably cheating too, and his ex-wife cheated right back on him. Listen, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. All right, so Simply Beautiful, since you're still up here, what is your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is I'm happy that this season is over. Carlos better not ever in his natural born life put us through another 30 episode season.
Ooh,
He should
say it
be
again.
ashamed of himself. Dragging wait. I don't even know what part B was. Part B was trash. They don't drag that fight out for so long. The fight was over and done with in a second.
I mean, well, we didn't need the fight. To me, I mean, we could have started fighting, then went into the reunion.
I agree. I agree.
Because that really was the only thing that happened outside of us learning about Kimmy.
Yeah, I agree. And the Kimmy stuff was, I didn't want to cry.
I mean, that was heartbreaking for me.
Yeah, I didn't want to cry, so I kind of skipped out on a lot of the Kimmy scenes because it was like, my mom had cancer. I'm not trying. I can't do that. So I left Kimmy. She get my prayers, but that's about it. Still think she fake as shit, but that's about it.
All right.
But
Well, I want to thank you for those final thoughts
mm-hmm.
on tonight. Simply Beautiful, and thank you for coming up. You know you are welcomed at any time.
I love your girl and
I
that
love
accent. I don't
you
care what
so
nobody
much for
said. You
still
and
being
Bondi,
here
I
through
love
the
the accent.
hiatus. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, come on, Tracy, with your last question, comment, or concern for the altar.
Look, I just want to thank you for, trying to help me make the foolishness make sense because I always got questions. And I asked you the question of what could we do to move forward next season? And you said not a damn thing. So, my final question for you for this season is if you could replace one person on the cast, you could take one out and put one person in. Who are you removing and who would you add in?
I'm going to remove Destiny.
Okay.
She got to go. How many seasons we gonna get of her giving nothing? And in production, she's empty. Production is struggling with we struggling with her to do interviews, but not we, because I ain't never even want. I ain't want to be interviewed for her to sit up here and play with my intelligence and lie to me. I don't have the patience for that. So I would definitely remove Destiny. And who I would replace her with? I would replace her with Stormy.
Okay.
I think seeing Stormy and her business and how she goes, and it really hurts me to say that because if you know me, y'all know I absolutely love Kiki number one. But as I said, I'm a big proponent of family, and while I would love to see Kiki on the show, I wouldn't want to replace her if it's gonna bring more detriment to their family and the brokenness of that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So
Okay.
as much as I would love her, as much as I think it would be good TV, because we would definitely get a Kiki, a literal Kiki out of it. I wouldn't want to see the family break down even more than it has, if that makes sense. While I love her and ultimately I would want to give her the job, I wouldn't want her to be on the show at the detriment, like I said, at the detriment to her family.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. See, I would remove Tisha. I would take Tisha out, right? Because then Destiny would be forced to stand on her own because those two couldn't click up and be together, right? Marcel would have to either step up and do something else because he can't just rely on Tisha for, whatever it is. So if I take Tisha out, she instantly take her mama with her because them two are a package deal. Because what would she be on here for? She don't like Marcel. So if I take her out, right, then we no longer have the double Scott issue, right, where it's two families of those together because the men ain't gonna really do as much as Tisha would kind of stir it up. She would keep the issue with Kimmy go. I mean, she would keep the issue with Mel going and all that. I think if I remove Tisha, right, then I'll plop that out, and then I would add in Kimmy's friend. Remember when Kimmy was upset with Tisha and she brought her friend on, and her friend was talking to her and talking her down and going through that with
Vaguely,
her.
I don't remember the
So
friend.
yeah, so I would bring on the friend because the friend knew Tisha and the guys from college. So I would bring her on because I feel like Kimmy needs an ally that is not a part of her marital family.
Well, she doesn't
So that
have an ally outside
yeah,
of whatever relationship her and Mel has. She doesn't have an ally
she
because
just has her marital family.
Maurice is gonna side with his brother, right or wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't put wife over his brother.
Yeah. So then if you
But
give
the thing
her
about it is,
somebody,
if you it's hard for me to say get rid of the Scots just for the simple fact of the way the beef and the drama goes, right? So if you eliminate them, then you start with Mel and Martel, and you essentially will have a whole new cast.
oh no, I don't need both of them gone, just one. Just Tisha.
But if I mean I get it, but I would remove the couple that's the most boring. Me personally. But thank you for coming up, Tracy. Make sure you come back for night court. Let me see what my baby Norris has to say so I can go ahead and close this out because I literally meet with the cast for night court in the next 15 minutes and I want to use the restroom. And give me something to drink. But so thank you, my love.
Hi.
Hi, Norris. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I'm late, but
Okay.
I was gonna say Mighty Mouse Maurice is boring. He doesn't bring anything to the show. He could stand in the background right where he belongs. And the pit Marceau, the pit bull dog face dude, he sits up there and talks to his wife in riddles. She too dumb to see it, and she won't do nothing about it. Don't seem like. I'm like, and him and Maurice was on a video with Tisha, on that boat with her and Kimmy. I'm like, they should have kept their shirts on. Didn't nobody want to see their man boobs flopping everywhere. And then Martel, or should I say Hotel, he the hunter who got captured in Coleslaw's box. Meaning meaning that he got himself, caught up with
Not
her.
captured in coleslaw box, my God. Caught up in the rapture.
Yeah, and it's like she's so dumb that she don't even know what a two-parent household is. She didn't have no money, still don't have no money, nor common sense. If she was smart, she would stop doing them lives on IG and go to YouTube and make her or go on her channel and spill all the tea and make money. And then she would also get child support, out of Martel if she ain't getting it already. And then Melanie, I like Melanie. She like my favorite one on the show. She need to just keep, stay away from her. Don't ever get back together with Martel. Let she by stupid have him, because that's what Sheree is. She about 14 years too late with them fashions, with them bad fashions. She could have kept them fashions, and because that stuff is too much. I would not buy none of that stuff unless she lowered the prices. And it's like, because your autograph is not worth that much money. And she just too old and making a rookie mistake by getting involved with him. So she wasting her time. I'm just like, y'all look good in the gym together, but outside the gym, what else is y'all doing? What else do y'all have to offer? I don't see nothing there.
A storyline so when he break her heart, she can cry and be sad about it and con Bravo into giving her another season of nothing.
Yeah, because to me, she by dummy. She by don't have no common sense. She by slow. She by I needed to think before I came back on the show. She by always gonna be the bone carrier, because that's what she does, carry the bones. She looked good celebrating her 53rd birthday. She's
a beautiful woman, just not a smart one when it comes to picking men or doing business.
I know I have poor taste in men. I need to stick to fitness because clothing is not her thing.
Norris, you will not come up here and eat this lady up here like this.
She's been an instigator on Real Housewives of Atlanta for years, if you think about it.
She has. She absolutely has.
And then Martel, out of all the men, I mean, come on. He don't, like one of the ladies said, he don't even have no builder's license. He like dumber than a fifth grader. He can't even pass an open book test. He over 40. He leftovers and damaged goods. He got 5 children by 2 women. He wear tight clothes. It looked like he's gonna bust out of them clothes. It's like, come on, dude. Like, what, Sheree, what is you doing getting involved with this man? Like, he ain't got nothing to bring to your table. He can't build nothing for you. He can give you. He can fill your box up with a gut full of nut. That's what he could do.
And on that note, we gonna go.
Thank you for taking my call.
I thought I said some stuff. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for coming up, Norris. Come back for Night Court. It's on in the next 20 minutes. Okay, in the next 20 minutes.
Okay, I like the video.
We'll be Night Court. Make sure y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, and Destiny, she ain't even had no tea on Melanie. That's why they didn't show her saying, "Oh, you want me to spill your tea? You really want me to do it? Because you didn't have nothing to spill. That's why they didn't show it." So it's like, girl, you need to focus on creating a better storyline. Bring that man on the show. But anyway, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to hold you up.
Thank you. You have rendered me speechless. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Norris. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy Norris Tony. As you can see, he reads and he teaches you how to make smoothies. Thank you, Norris, for coming up.
You have a good night.
God.
I'll be back.
You too. You too.
Bye.
And with that being said, I want to thank my girl Love 7829D. You know you are one of my faves. You are my special boo. Please don't think I overlooked your super chat. I sincerely appreciate you for it, my love. Thank you, y'all. We will be back in just about 22 minutes, okay? For the night court. I promise you it will be everything that people have been saying it is. If you have not been there, be back in 20 minutes. Go get your snack, go get your drink, order your DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? Wash your hands, whatever you might need to do within them 20 minutes, okay? Go ahead and do that and meet us back here where the Honorable Judge Nola Reeves will be presiding. And with that being said, good night. I love you all, and we shall see you in the next one. Thank you. All right, you ain't got to be telling the people I don't feel good. Wait for me to